Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 for a team career with Cadillac here on the PC. Tonight we are returning to our final series of this, final season of this series. It is round 18 tonight and we are heading to the Red Bull Ring for the Austrian Grand Prix. Hello again, how you doing? So here we are at Austria, ready for round 18. Not long left in this season now. We've only got, let's see, 18. 7 rounds to go. And then this championship is done. And this series is done. Yeah, we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, to the very end of this run. And it's been a very, very successful season so far. As you can see, Cadillac lead by a whopping 230 points in the constructor standings. Very, very big lead there. In the Drivers' Championship, not quite as healthy a margin, but still a pretty healthy gap. Max leads teammate Lando Norris by 49 points. And then Oscar is a long way back now. He is, as you can see, 83 points off of Max in the driver's standings. So it does look like it's going to be between our two drivers. And it also does look like it's probably going to go to Max. So we will see if we can make him a 6-time champion with today's or with this season's results before we are done and dusted. Let's also take a quick gander at the rest of the standings. So let's see, in the pit stops, we've not had it all our own way in pit stops on this playthrough. Normally we are very, very strong, but for whatever reason we just haven't quite been able to click properly with our pit crew this season. So as you can see, we are in second place behind Mercedes and a fair old gap behind them as well, but results have recently started picking up again, so we're not completely out of it yet. We do still have a chance to maybe fight back and win that challenge as well. And in F2, our young protege Hugo is sitting very pretty over Lorenzo at the top of the F2 standings. Been a pretty bumper season for him. Not quite the dominance that we saw in F3, but still pretty close. As you can see, he's had 8 wins from 11 races. Or is it 12 races by now? How many races have we actually had in F2? Yeah, 8 from 12. That's mighty impressive to win 8 Grand Prix out of the 12. And then on top of that, he's also picked up 6 sprint wins this season as well. He has been almost as dominant in this as he was in F3 the season before. So he is ready for the grid. And for those of you that do want to take this save file over at the end of this season, I will make it available to anyone who wants it. Maybe Hugo will be ready to go into an F1 car. Who knows? But he certainly appears to be ready. His rating's right up there now in the 80s. So looking pretty good. We have $1 million of debt because we did have to pick up some new engine parts for Max. We got those penalties out of the way in Singapore. So we are back to full competitiveness for the rest of the season now, I hope. Touch wood, or metal in this case. Let's see who's in the chat. We've got Army, we've got Dino, we've got Mike. Hello to you guys. Hello to everyone else who is lurking in the chat as well. As always, feel free to say hello, and if you've got any questions, ask away, and we'll see what we can do to answer those for you. Evening, Daniel. Right, let's take a quick gander at the car, shall we? So, we have no more planned development on this car. We're going to be just knocking out bits of research now, I think, for the rest of the season. We've got some more spare parts coming, chassis, underfloor and suspension. In terms of parts, let's see. Both cars should be running Mark IVs pretty much across the board. We don't have Mark IV side pods, but we're not planning on making them either. Let's just check that both cars are running the same spec. Yes, on the chassis. Oops. Yes, on the front wings and the rear wings. They're both on the Mark III side pod. Underfloors. Ah, there we go. New underfloors for tonight. Let's install those, shall we? So that's going to hurt our top end speed just a tiny bit. But it is going to give us some extra little bits of downforce. And we sacrifice a tiny little bit of our dirty air performance, but we have a pretty dominant performance in that category. So we can afford to lose just under 1% without any major impact. So there we go. New underfloors on the car. And suspensions, let's check those as well. They're both on the Mark IV suspension. Excellent stuff. So, our car currently ranked 12th on the grid. Yeah, we have been definitely overtaken in terms of the development. According to the in-game trackers, not so much the case when we take a look at the online database editor trackers, but I think this takes engine performance into account as well. So given that we don't have one of the most powerful engines we've got, we're way down there now in engine performance. 97.5% is way down there. The only team with a worse engine than us is Williams with a 95% on their BMW Williams, and then us and was it Honda have a 97.5%, and then the top teams all have 100% power on their engine. So I'm not sure if that's taken into consideration as well. But for whatever reason, the car does not look great when you look at these numbers, especially in the medium and the high speed. But look how low the gap is to the average. It's very, very small indeed. And then when you look at our dirty air tolerance and tyre wear over the average, we've got big, big gaps. So I'm pretty comfortable with where the car is. It's not quite the dominance that I was expecting to see at this point of the year, but it's not too far away. So, right, I think that's time to set our targets for tonight. Highest target for Max is to finish in third. We will go with that. And, oh, wow, 7th for Norris. We really have slipped according to the in-game stuff, haven't we? If it's offering up 7th as best for Norris. But regardless, I think we're pretty confident in that. So off we go then to Austria.
Welcome along to the spectacular setting of Austria. The hills are alive with a roar of F1 cars as we arrive in Spielberg's stunning natural surroundings. Fans have already filled the nearby campsites, and it's going to be a busy weekend here at the Red Bull Ring.
Taking a look at the top of the constructors' standings, we've got a team that's starting to pull away. But as round 11 progresses, the fight for the championship is still underway.
The weekend begins here.
Did I see that Domenicali has opened his delusional trap again? What exactly are you referring to? Because he says a lot of things. What's he done now? Dare I ask? Right. Evening, Harvey. We're going to be running the hard tyres in first practice. car parts are set for both cars. That's handy. And run plan. It's a normal Grand Prix weekend, no sprint weekend, so we can just run a kind of a normal for us kind of run plan here. The 25 laps is probably more than we'll need. If you want to do 2 separate runs, then it's 23 laps of fuel around here. If you want to basically try and run the entire session but split nicely in the middle, then you want 23 laps. We're putting 25 in. That'll be more than we'll need, I think, just to get our feet back in and get some mileage on the car. And now we need to do the setup. So let's start with a 5 and a 13.5. Go with a 1.9. Pretty much every setup we're going to look at is either going to be 1.9 or 2.8 here, I think. We'll go with a 3.25 and we'll push this up to all the way up to a 1 as well. There we go. So that's Norris's car. Let's do Max's car. And we'll go with a 13 on this one. There we go. So we'll go with a little bit less front wing as well. Go with a 4, I think. And then again, we'll go with a 1.9. And then we'll put a little bit more on this one. There we go. To 3.3. And we'll bring this down a little bit to a 0.9. Just try a couple of little tweaks like that. And with that, we are good to go.
Green light.
I haven't read the interview yet. No, I'll have to have a read of that. But it doesn't surprise me that he's
Radio check.
he's not going to say that there are
Radio
issues
is very good for us.
with with how the sport is. I mean,
Radio check.
that's pretty standard kind of thing
Copy,
for
loud and
corporate.
clear.
You wouldn't expect anyone to come and say, "Oh yeah, our product's terrible and nobody likes it," and yeah, they're always going to put a positive spin on things. So until I've read the interview, it doesn't sound too bad, but in the grand scheme of things. But we'll see. Well, I'll read the interview and dive into exactly what he says at some point. The vast majority of fans have been very positive about track action. Well, no, that isn't too far removed from the truth. There have been a lot of fans who have been very positive about the overtaking action, but they're probably newer fans to the sport who are excited to see a lot of overtaking and don't understand necessarily the mechanics of how those overtakes are happening. And the more long-term fans and the purist fans are very much against what we're seeing on track, because it goes against everything that they've been brought up to watch and see and understand about how the sport is supposed to be, whereas the newer fans don't necessarily know that kind of history. So yeah, there has been a lot of positivity regards to the on-track action from quite a lot of fans, but there's also a very vocal section of fans that are very much not in favour of what we've been seeing. So of course they're not really going to address that. They're going to stick to the data set that they want to show. I did see something about we might potentially, I saw a headline and I delved into it a little bit, but I didn't have a lot of time to really, go through it in too much detail. But they're talking about maybe moving away from the current engine formula in 2031, opening up the possibility of maybe going to a V8 or a V10 with sustainable fuels and some battery management in there, as well. And I'd be in favour of that. I'd love to get screaming V10s back. I'd settle for V8s, but I'd rather have the V10s back. They were just awesome sounding cars.
Can you check the temperature?
Well, they'll be cheaper and less complicated to make. So I don't think any.
Try to reduce the hit on the curb.
I don't think any engine manufacturer would be too against it. They'll be cheaper. They'll be easier to make. They should be more reliable. I mean, yeah, it will kind of suck for GM to have put all that time and money into an engine that might only be around for 2 or 3 years for them. I think they were projected to get their engine out at the end of 2029 or somewhere around there. So, yeah, they would probably have an engine for 2-3 years at most, and then new engine regs. You doubt they'll go back to V10s because they lack any road relevance? Well, I'm not going to rule it out. I mean, the sustainable fuel thing could well be something that has become a bit more relevant. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we're talking years away, and we're all just speculating at this stage. So we'll wait and see. I mean, we're only just starting this current rule set. It's going to be a little while before they start talking about the next one. Evening, Foamy.
Anything we can help you with?
Let us see
Copy that.
what the drivers think of the cars. 81% for Max. That's not too bad. Just waiting on Norris. Let's see what he thinks. 87. A little bit better. Still a little way off. Car part knowledge is at 60%. So it's not just the underfloors that are on there that are being learnt. It's, I think, probably the chassis as well, at the very least. I would imagine there's a third part as well that is also being learnt at the absolute minimum. But we'll let them run a little bit longer before they come in.
The tires?
We need to work on the tires, keep the temperature on the tires.
A decent formula. It's just they try and create artificial racing. I think it's less about trying to create artificial racing and more about trying to undo the problems that we've had with dirty air, just making proper racing all but impossible over the last couple of decades. They have kind of inadvertently actually fixed the dirty air issue. But the battery overtaking is a little bit too extreme. I definitely think that needs to be dialed back. Right, let's try pushing that back up to a 13.5. What else do we need to change? Looks like we're fine on a 1.9. Let's bring the front wing up to a 5. Let's push this up a little bit to... Actually, let's leave that like that. Let's bring this down. No, it's got to go. Okay, that won't work. Maybe I need to drop this to a 2.8. Let's try that, and let's bring this down this way. Like so. Take a little bit of that front wing off again. Push that up to about there, maybe. Let's try that. And it looks like we might need to take some wing off on this one. So let's go with that. And let's try just those changes there. Let's see how that works. Reduce dirty air via design. Let them race, no buttons. The problem is, every time they try and fix dirty air in the regulations, team always finds a way around it. I mean, just look at how complex some of the little aero add-ons became on cars. They were constantly trying to find new ways to build a vortices, to seal the side of the car, or push the aero, or push the dirt in the air, the wake away from the body, and spill around the side of the car to affect the car behind. That was less of the design, but more of a byproduct. Everyone was constantly trying to find, the way to get that extra tiny little bit of aero performance, and it just completely ruined the wake of the car for the next car coming along. And they've addressed it in the past. I mean, look how much easier it was for a car to follow at the start of the previous rule set, and then you look at it a season later, and all of a sudden that's gone, and teams have found a way through clever bits of aero within the rules to create extra bits of downforce and air management that wasn't intended in the rules. So while we have a much better dirty air situation now, teams are inevitably going to make that situation worse again, just by trying to push the envelope with what they can do to manipulate the air around their own car. I don't think it's going to get as bad as it was. I'd be amazed if it did, but you never know. You never know.
coming past you now.
And try to keep the temperature on the tires.
Right, we've had a spin for Bortoletto. Wasn't quite quick enough to click on that. Evening, Johnny.
How does the car feel?
We've got an optimal from Max.
Guys, amazing.
That's encouraging. That's in 97 to 100. It's 97. Okay, and let's see how we're looking with Lando. Also a 97, and we have a Ferrari off.
Yeah, awesome job.
Antonelli
Yeah, copy.
and Schumacher
Virtual safety car
has some
deployed.
damage. Colapinto and
Stay positive.
damn, missed it.
Yeah,
Colapinto and Antonelli have had a crash though. Did he get hit quite badly? There's us arriving on the scene.
Virtual safety car ending.
Confirm.
Right, so is it the front wing? It is the front wing. Do I try pushing it up or down? I think I've got to go up. Well, I might be able to take it down and then bring it back up this way. No, I don't think that will work. I think it's got to go up. Which means that's got to go to there. Alright, we'll try that in the next session. Let's take a look at Lando's car. It's also the front wing. This one is a little less clear cut. We'll try maybe going down on that one. And then bringing that back up like that. There we go. Yeah, Schumacher doesn't appear to have any actual structural damage on the car, so it looks like it is just engine that is a worn-out part. Let's see if that gets changed out at the end of the session. And we do have a penalty pre-session for Kimi Antonelli, it would seem, unless that's a penalty for causing that collision. We also have a penalty for Albon. I think we already had those in there, so maybe Antonelli's just picked up another one. Who knows? But that is the end of first practice, and when we come back, we'll go into second and third practice. Alright, we are ready for second practice. Just going to do a 20-lap run. Just to get some feedback. We don't need to do a full run.
Green light.
Now, whatever the problem was with Schumacher has been addressed. So it probably was a worn-out engine part that's been replaced.
Try to work on the front tires.
In fact, we can probably go ahead and confirm that as soon as he comes out on track. See exactly what part it was that was replaced.
Yeah, confirm. Try to reduce curb use and it's unsettling the car.
Okay.
Right, there is Schumacher. And when he crosses the line, there we go. Now we can start to investigate the car. And yeah, he's got a brand new engine in. So that's what the faulty part was that's been replaced.
How does the car feel?
Okay, we're still in the optimal, so that suggests that we've actually fixed that issue rather than making it worse.
Copy that.
Let's have a look. Spot on, 100%. Lovely. We're at 49% prep, plus the setup means that we are at 99 overall there. And we're now at 100 overall for Norris because we've got the setup on his car maxed as well. So they're almost done entirely for the weekend now. There we go. That's it. We are done for Norris. And we are done for Verstappen. Lovely stuff. So we've got Russell and Hadjar. That's the point. We're still running that 2013 livery, aren't we? Let's address that. Let's see what I've got in the old mod library. I don't think I've got anything we haven't run before. This is why I wish we had the West livery. I would love to run that. Yeah, let's go back to Marlborough, McLaren, I think, for the end of the season. You can make some old deliveries if I like. Oh yeah, I mean, I'd love to see the West Mercedes, McLaren Mercedes from the 80s, late 90s and early noughties. Yeah, I mean that'd be a great livery to have that we don't actually have access to at the moment, or I don't have access to. Right, so that is the end of practice 2. We are going to shut the game down so we can make that switch. So let's close that down. There are my mod files from Little Onion. We are going to open up F1 Manager mods. There we go. We're going to scooch over to our packs. There they go, and let's go into McLaren. Let's take out the Vodafone and put in the Marlborough. There we go. And then let's reboot. We've got some of the older liveries. I mean, I've got the Rothmans Williams, which looks absolutely gorgeous. And we've got the late 80s, early 90s McLaren here as well. Yeah, I mean, as far as the chrome look goes, Nexus has made a nice shinier version, but he hasn't sent me the file yet. so we can't run that yet. Right, let's go back into practice 3. And we're just going to sit in the garage for this one.
Green light.
Yeah, nearly sent the car out by mistake then. So let's find Russell or Hadjar. Let's go to Russell. Wait for him to come out. That's not right. Wait, did I just put in... They're still zipped. That's the problem. My bad. Extract all. There we go. Extract all. And extract all. There we go. And we can get rid of those now. Let's try that again, shall we? Whoops. Evening, Eric.
Green light.
There we go. So we are sitting this session out. We don't need to do any running because our drivers are fully prepped and setups are done. Just let everyone else run around and maybe damage their cars with silly little crashes. Yeah, I saw you'd uploaded a new pack today, Foamy. I do like what you've done with the Ferrari to give the step on the rear wing by basically just making the top part of the fin black and then stepping the white bit down. Although that's quite clever. How many races left? 7, including this one. So not long left now in this championship. We are getting down to the nitty-gritty. That's something I've been saying since I was a kid. The nitty-gritty. Could also substitute it for nut cutting time. That's another popular. Oh, it's another big off. Is that Antonelli again?
Now we've got an incident here, and Mick Schumacher is apparently involved.
No, it's Schumacher this time. It's one of the HiTechs.
Wow. Wow.
So both Ferraris now guilty of taking the car out at turn
Not
3.
much that the team can do about that one.
Yeah, it's an old phrase. And I'm an old fart, so... so Schumacher took out Ollie Bearman. Naughty, naughty. Minutes left in the session. Trying to get Bearman his seat back. Well, that'll be for anyone who takes this save file over to decide. Is just about it for the session. Red Bulls, Fords in this case, looking pretty strong again. Both of the Hondas are up there. Lawson and Doohan randomly up there. I don't know if that's maybe down to just getting a nice slipstream lap, or they are actually consistently that quick. I guess we'll find out in qualifying, which is coming up. So we have 3 penalties now. Both Ferraris have penalties. We know that Schumacher had a replacement engine, but I don't think that was outside of his allowance. Now he's got a penalty. We do know that Albon and Antonelli both had penalties coming into this Grand Prix, and Antonelli then took somebody out in FP1. So he may have an additional penalty on top of that. But yeah, 3 drivers that are facing penalties as we go into qualifying. And there you can see both of our drivers fully prepped and ready to go. So when we come back, qualifying for the Austrian Grand Prix.
Qualifying is coming up, and the drivers will be ready and raring to go.
Spielberg's short track comes with 2 high-speed straights. It might be tempting to prioritize low downforce here, but teams risk losing time when cornering if they do.
Now, Karun, you and I were actually just talking about that man there, Max Verstappen. How do you think he'll be feeling today?
Neither of the team's drivers have brought home many points so far, so they'll be looking to change that as soon as possible to prove their worth on track.
Hold on tight, because we're getting underway.
Okay, time to qualify. Let's take the bad bits out of the engine bay and put the better bits back in. We are going to run the brand new engine tonight, I think. Actually, I'm not sure where we are going next on the calendar. Let me have a quick check. So it's Canada sprint weekend after this, then Hungary, China, Monaco, Bahrain and USA. Yeah, we'll run the new engine. It's a good circuit to run the engine in on this one, I think. We'll go with the 67 ERS and gearbox. Let's go with the other gearbox that we haven't actually used yet. That's still part of our actual allocation. And then for Norris, we'll go with the 97 because that's the only engine that we can really go with now. And then we'll go with the... Neither are looking particularly healthy. Let's go with the 40%. And then gearbox. Well, it's got to be that one really, hasn't it? Yeah. We've not had some luck with engine parts this year, unfortunately. But we are ready to qualify. Let's hit the track.
4 seconds, 3, 2, 1, green light.
So, Fornaroli is going to be the first one out. I mean, if you're looking for sort of a list of liveries to make from different eras, I can give you some suggestions that I think, you know, really, really beautiful liveries that we really should be able to see in the game again.
So you're in a good position.
Your vote would be the late 90s Jordan. I do actually have a late 90s Jordan. But the 7-Up Jordan is a classic. But, I mean, liveries that I would love to see would be the 1990 Camel Lotus. That was a lovely livery. Very, very clean and simple. Just a nice sort of yellow car with the Camel branding on it. I thought that was a really nice looking car. In fact, let's bring a window over. Yeah, this one. It's a very, very straightforward, simple-looking car, but it was a really, really nice livery. Love to see that one. Obviously, we've got the West McLaren that we've talked about already. The John Player Special Lotus as well, black and gold, but with John Player on it. That was a really nice one as well. Lawson's on a hell of a lap here. Yeah, that one. Is that Mansell's car, actually? It might be Mansell's car. I think the 93 Benetton is another nice one that would be nice to see back on the grid. We've seen a few other Benettons in the past, but we haven't seen that one on the grid, I don't think. That was a really nice livery as well. Again, they had Camel sponsorship, hence a lot of the yellow. Trying to think who else. I seem to like yellow cars. It's not so much that I like yellow cars, it's just we don't really see them. I mean, if you wanted to create a livery, like a fictional livery as well, the absolute classic, the Silk Cut Jaguar, was a beautiful car. Not a Formula One car, but that was just a classic livery when I was a kid. Everybody knew that livery. All right, let's send our boys out to do their first run. Box. Well, the XR9 was a Le Mans car.
Radio check.
And it's
loud
like,
and clear.
as you can see, it's nearly 40 years old, but it's still a gorgeous, gorgeous livery.
And we need a good warm up on the brakes.
Yeah, confirm.
What else could we recommend livery wise? The Jordan Jag. Oh, sorry, the Irvine Jag. Yeah, we can actually make that with the new models for my team. We've got the option to do that. I'm trying to think of just stuff that hasn't been done by other modders.
Gap is currently good. You good to go, mode push.
And track is clear, track clear. Mode push for last corner, mode push.
You prefer to make 10 liveries as a season pack? Yeah, I get that. I get that. All right, so let's think of some really pretty. Let's see what we can do. See what people are talking about. So obviously, yeah, we know about the Canon Williams, the West McLaren. That's an early Benetton, late 80s. The Jordan. I was toying with the idea of suggesting the Lola, the MasterCard Lola, that never actually ran.
Time looks pretty competitive at the moment. Mode in, box this lap.
If you want to do a Ferrari one, it's got to be the 641.
At the moment we are P1.
Very, very simple livery, the Ferrari 641.
Yep.
So we need to think. So for McLaren, it would be west. For Aston Martin, that would have been Jordan. So let's take a look at the history of Jordan liveries. So we had some pretty nice
I'm in.
Klein cookies.
Watch your speed.
We had some really nice
lane.
sort of variations
Okay,
of liveries
stop on the
over the
marks.
years. The 7-Up Jordan, I think, is got to be the best one. For Ferrari, that would be the Ferrari 641.
Yeah, land a billion.
And we need speed limiter on, And
Which
stop
I
in
can
front of
show
the
you because
garage.
I have an image of that. Somewhere. Where's it gone? Oh, it's in screenshots, isn't it? I bet it's in screenshots. Nope. Where did I put my image of the Ferrari 641? There it is. It was a very, very clean livery as well. Wasn't much in the way of sponsorship on it. And you had Marlboro on the nose box underneath, I think, the driver name. And then you had, like, Fiat on the side. You had Agip on the side of the engine box. But the Ferrari 641, it was their 1990 car. Very, very clean, simple livery. That would be a good one. So that's McLaren, that's Jordan. Williams, I would say, would be... I'm not sure if I actually have a full Canon Williams livery. I don't think I do. So, yeah, the 91, 92
There's a yellow flag now.
Canon Williams
But
livery
this is what happened.
would be nice.
Right, let's have a look now. Around turn 3. Around they spin. And that
Yuki has a little
certainly
wobble.
wouldn't have been in their plans today.
So, what else? I'm trying to think what else we could put in. I'm going to need to write this down. think not just you know, what liveries to put in, but also what teams that they need to be replacing as well. So, got Red Bull, Russell, Ferrari, Williams, McLaren, Alpine, Sauber, Haas. The other two teams. Mercedes. Who am I missing? Red Bull, Toro Rosso, Ferrari, Williams, McLaren, Alpine, Sauber, Haas, Mercedes. I'm missing a team and I can't remember who it would be. Aston. Okay, so Aston would be Jordan, and that would be 7-Up, so 91. Red Bull would be Jaguar. And you could either go with the classic HSBC, or my preference would be to create a fictional Silk Cut Jaguar. Toro Rosso used to be Minardi around that kind of time period, so let's look at some Minardi liveries, shall we? But we'll do that in the next session. Let's get the end of this session of qualifying out of the way, because we have kind of completely forgotten all about qualifying. Looks like Schumacher is out, unless he's starting a lap now. No, he's not. So Schumacher's out. And he's potentially going to be out in last place. Let's see what Tsunoda does. Hadjar on an improved run. Sainz is currently quickest. And that is Tsunoda up to P3. Here comes Isaac Hadjar. And he goes top. Albon's out, yep. So is Lawson, and Pourchaire, and Doohan. Ollie Bearman trying to escape at the expense of Gabriel Bortoletto. And Bearman goes to P2, so it is going to be Bortoletto, Lawson, Albon, Pourchaire, Doohan, and Schumacher that are eliminated from Q1. We did just the one run. Max was down in 12th place, but he was only 2/10 away from Hadjar's time. So this is going to be a really tight Q2, I think. A really tight Q2. All right, so McLaren, we want the West livery. Williams, we want the 92. If you want to do something a little different, actually, you could maybe do the 93 Williams when they had the Sonic the Hedgehog legs on the side of the car. That could be an interesting one. Let's see. Yeah, we're going to look at Minardi liveries, weren't we? Ferrari was going to be the 1990 641. Let's get them into the next session. All right, we'll get that nice and early. Nice and early. Am I trying to make your job difficult? No, I'm trying to make your job easy. It was a tiny little box on the side of next to underneath the driver cockpit, basically, just these tiny little sonic legs. I'll show it to you in a second. Alright, so we've got some Minardi liveries to look at. We've got, well, this is the one that we've kind of already got going in this particular save file.
So you're in a good position.
There's a lot of black and yellow again. Trying to look for something that we haven't really seen before. I mean, their 2003 livery was really nice. Yeah, I do really like that 91 Minardi livery.
And track is clear, track clear.
So that would be instead of Toro Rosso slash Alpha Tauri slash V-Carb, whatever you want to call them these days.
Track will be clear. And you are good to go.
So we are purple in the first sector, slightly quicker than Max as well. Lindblad is top with a 103.579, just 6,000 quicker than Colapinto. Russell is a country mile away at a 10th and a half off. Do I want a taxi livery? Oh God, no.
Yeah, confirm.
Max goes top by 62 thousandths of a second. Norris, despite having gone purple in the first sector, looks like he lost a bit of time in the middle. He's 4/10 away. Might have been held up maybe with a little bit of traffic. I don't think he was. Right, let me show you that Sonic Williams. There you go. So basically, it was that's what you saw on the side of the car. It was just the Sega. It's when they had a partnership with Sega. So you had Sonic's legs inside the cockpit, effectively.
Speed limiter on, please. And stop on the marks.
I'm in. So limiter should be on now. Please stop on the marks.
Right. Alpine would be the 93 Benetton. Sauber. Come back to Sauber. Haas and Mercedes. Haas, you could maybe do the Camel Lotus, the 1990 Lotus. Mercedes. Who could we do for Mercedes? And let's look at some Saubers. Yeah, I think that would be a fun one. Light blue. What for Williams? No, the 93 Williams, but you know, optional on the Sega sticker. Let's zoom in. I guess maybe the 2001 Sauber might be the best one on that one. Let's take a look at this one. Go away. Or maybe the 98 Sauber. That was quite a nice one as well. Oh yeah, Benetton. No, Benetton in 93 was yellow and green. That one. That's a classic. So we need, maybe, was it the 98 Sauber? Well, the 97 Sauber, actually, might be a better choice. What do you mean? Back to you. There's going to be two. There's going to be the Lotus Camel and the Benetton. That's it. There'll be a tiny little bit of yellow at the back of the 91 Minardi, but it's mostly black. People in tuners think it'll be hook or duck. So we just need something to replace Mercedes. So far we've got the HSBC Jag.
We need a good warm-up on front brakes.
Confirm.
To replace Red Bull. We've got the 91 Minardi for Toro Rosso. We've got the 1990 Ferrari for Ferrari. We've got the 92/93 Williams, optional on the Sonic legs. We've got the West McLaren. Alpine would be the 93 Benetton. Sauber would be the 97 Sauber. Haas could be the 1990 Lotus Camel. Aston would be the 7-Up Jordan from 1991. And then Mercedes. We need one more standout livery that we could put in as an optional livery instead of Mercedes.
You are good to go.
Track is clear. Track is clear.
Let's get some inspiration.
Charge button off for last corner. Charge button off.
Let's get our laps out the way first of all, though. Max has got a small improvement in the first sector. Norris has improved as well. Norris very much at risk of elimination here. Max isn't safe either. Both of the Fords are not in the top 10 at the moment either. Purple middle sector for Max, that's encouraging. Very close to Norris. Make him for the 2004, because then
Mode in, please.
I've got
in.
access to some other early liveries for the 94 as well. Sorry, for the 2004s. So Norris just gets through into the top 10. He is not safe. He's not safe at all.
I the moment, P9.
Not even Max is safe either. I mean, the margins here are tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny.
How are we looking?
Ooh, we might go out here. We might go out here. I'm going to move this over to the screen so I can have a little browse while this is playing out.
Yeah, I'm in.
Make sure your limiter is on. Stopping on the marks.
So there's improved to P5.
Speed limiter
That puts
on,
Norris
speed
on
limiter
the on the bubble.
Will be stop on the marks and focus being in the middle of the box.
Gasly and Lindblad both improving. Piastri still hasn't set his first sector. Gasly has not made it through. Norris is out though, as Lindblad has gone up to P6. Will Oscar make it through? No, Oscar's out as well. Fornaroli is out. Minardi have got a car into the top 10. Mini in 7th. So Max gets through. Norris does not. But both of the Fords are out as well. And we know we've got a penalty for Antonelli to be applied that will probably take him out of the top 10. Certainly take him out of the equation for pole position. Interesting stuff. Right, top 10 shootout. Do a lap on these tyres. We'll still have time, I think, to do 2 more runs.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Green light. Brake warming reminder.
Yep.
If you want to do something a little out there, then this is a concept I've just come across that I think actually looks really nice.
So you're in a good position.
How about that?
Okay, gap is good. Go, 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 go.
Someone made a Peugeot. You know, kind of their classic racing colours, but yeah, how about something like that as a concept? I think that looks super clean. Really nice. No, Lando did not make it out in P12, unfortunately. But both of the Fords are out. So 103.6 for Max, it will not be good enough.
In, please, mode in.
But it was simply just to get a lap in on those scrubs before we put new tyres on. Let's see what George does on his lap. George is barely quicker than Max.
I'm in.
And limiter on, please.
So stop on the marks.
Antonelli is slower than Russell, so we're right up there still. Let's get some fresh tyres on. And let's go straight back out. We should just about have time for 2 runs because it is a very quick lap around here. Lindblad is slower, considerably slower. Did he hit traffic on his lap? Might have been maybe held up by Max somewhere on his lap.
Reminder for brake temperature.
Yeah, okay.
All right, who's going to be the next to set a time? It's going to be... Oh, wow. Tsunoda is tucked up right behind Leclerc. And then Mini's right behind those two as well. This could be interesting. The Honda's going to trip over each other here. Or is Leclerc going to give Tsunoda the mother of all slipstreams?
You should have no traffic issues. You are good to go.
Max has got a nice bit of clear track for his lap. Yeah, Leclerc definitely getting the better of it in the middle sector because of the dirty air. I'm surprised Tsunoda wasn't quicker in the first sector. Hadjar's just gone purple in the first sector, but we're talking fractions of a second here. Tiny, tiny, tiny fractions. Leclerc goes top. Tsunoda is down in 7th. Max goes purple in the middle sector. And Hadjar looking pretty ominous as well. We are, I think, just ahead of Hadjar at the moment. But again, rounding errors mean that it could be a lot closer than a 10th. Across the line, it's purple in the final sector. Max goes top by a 10th and a bit. That's a decent margin. What about Hadjar? Oh, he's close. He's close. 36 thousandths. We have pole position at the moment.
I'm in.
Watch your speed in the pit lane. Just stop on the
Yeah,
marks.
that's such a nice livery. Right. We have time for one more run. We'll go out on the same tyre, so we've got 2 brand new sets of softs for the race. Can we find an incremental improvement? Might even try and see if we can get a slipstream run. That'll be tricky, given we're at the top of the garage. And the only team above us in the garage pecking order has neither car in the next session. Out goes Charles Leclerc for another run. And Ollie Bearman as well. George heading out. Yeah, Foamy, do these for the 24 car rather than the 26 car. Because then I can combine them with the ones that I already have. All right, time to go. And Hadjar's going to pop out behind me, isn't he? Right behind me. God damn it. The guy who's chasing me down for pole is going to try and get a slipstream off me. Well, let's see if Antonelli changes up the spacing a little bit.
Brake warming reminder.
Okay.
He's putting right on our gearbox. He's got a really good first section as well, 16-2. Evening, Clark. Right, we've got Leclerc coming through. Hopefully he'll sort the spacing out a little bit. All right, that has actually put us behind Hadjar, which is perfect. Now we get that slipstream I was looking for. Antonelli goes top. Not sure by how much. We'll find out in a second. With a 103.199. Very, very close to a 103.2, but just inside. And we are just
We're looking good.
0.05 of a second away.
Mode push. Good to go when you're ready.
Pinto is done in P7, Lindblad's P8, Sonoda P9, Minardi or Mini in P10, Leclerc, damn it, a little lift, so we're not going to get pole back. So Antonelli's got pole then, I would imagine. Russell in P4, Bearman's done, Leclerc's done. It's basically us and Hadjar left. And it's not going to be us. I don't think Hadjar's going to be able to do it. Well, he might. He might if he gets a mighty final sector. So knock us off the front row. He does not. So Antonelli has pole position. Max will start P2. Then it's an all McLaren second row. Hadjar and Russell. Bearman will start in P5. Leclerc P6. Colapinto P7. Lindblad in P8. And then P9 Yuki Tsunoda. And P10 Gabriele Mini. We do have a penalty for Antonelli, which means Max will start on pole, but Antonelli will get that bonus point for qualifying on pole. And then we also have penalties for Albon and Schumacher. Let's check that amended grid, shall we?
Here among the mountains in Austria, the teams are preparing for the 71 laps of today's race.
4 years on from the circuit being renamed to the Red Bull Ring, Max Verstappen became the first driver to bring an eponymous car to victory here in 2018.
The Red Bull Ring is one hungry beast of a power track. Drivers face a steep climb up to turn 3 and a fast ride downhill through wide corners and straights thereafter. There's plenty of opportunity to overtake here, especially with the help of 3 DRS zones. The excitement is building, there's electricity in the air, but there's no surprise in that, it's race day.
Okay, time to check that grid. Let's have a look. So Antonelli has 6 place penalty, so that's 3 places from the previous Grand Prix, and then another 3 places for hitting somebody in FP1. And then we have a 3-place penalty for Albon, a 3-place penalty for Schumacher, and Bortoletto is starting from the pit lane. So that means that Norris will stay in P12, unfortunately. But it will put Max at the front of the grid, ahead of the 2 McLarens. Let's look at strategy, shall we? So, soft, medium, soft, I think, is going to be the way to go. We are going to take 5 laps of fuel out. I just hope we get a safety car. Otherwise, we've got a lot of fuel saving to do. We will go very aggressive off the line. And hopefully that lighter car will give Norris a chance to maybe gain a place or 2 on the opening lap. And that is it. We are prepped and ready. So we'll take a quick ad break. And then when we come back, we'll get the Austrian Grand Prix underway.
Welcome back, everyone. The final preparations are now being made as we head into the race. The Sauber driver knows this could be a good chance to really prove themselves.
Not a huge surprise to see them in 19th, but they've certainly got the potential to move up from here.
Here we go. It's time to go racing. The crowd are ready, the cars are ready. It's the Austrian Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Right, clean start for Max. Hadjar gets ahead of George, I think. Tsunoda getting bumped wide. Oh, Gasly getting pushed off the track and having to drop all the way to the back of the grid. Norris has not made a place up yet, but he's having a look at Mini. Gets up alongside him. Gets the power down. Mini's on hard tyres. We've got a couple of cars in front of us on hards as well, in Lindblad and Colapinto. Interesting mixture of we go around the outside at Sainz. Lovely move, but we're kind of boxed in at the moment behind the HiTech of Lindblad. Can we get alongside into a corner? We do now shut down Sainz. Moving BFDI.
DRS is enabled.
So Max has broken away cleanly.
E1. Car behind is Russell. 1.5 seconds behind.
Here we go with a move on Lindblad up the inside. Get the DRS on the exit to try and get us onto Colapinto as well. And we have a yellow flag as Hadjar has gone wide in the gravel. There he is.
Right then, we can take a look now. Look at the McLaren driver here. Oh, we've seen a few go off the track.
Yeah, just a
there.
mistake.
But all being
Wasn't
well,
pushed
and
off.
fingers
He just
crossed,
made a mistake.
No lasting damage to the car.
So that's P8. Fornaroli's got an issue in his Minardi. Hadjar's dropped all the way down to 13th. He's lost 10 places. Here we go on Colapinto. And we give him a little squeeze, and he's going to drop way down the order now. Well, maybe not way down. He lost 2 more places. But, Norris really pushing on aggressively here. Right, let's calm down the fuel. Let's turn down the battery. Let's turn down the tyres.
Okay.
Slow down now.
Yep.
There we go.
And we need to take care of these
We're
tires.
almost on the back of Tsunoda here. In fact, we are now on the back of Tsunoda just.
And we need some lift and code for tire temps.
So a very good start from Norris after a bit of a slow getaway. And suddenly punched his way through in the last couple of laps. So he's at 5 places. New fastest lap for Charles Leclerc. Going to need to push Norris a little bit more so we don't get left behind.
You can push.
We're not quite where we need to be yet. Temperature 40.7 degrees. Tyres should be fine in clean air, as you can see by Max's tyres. absolutely fine. It'll be a little bit trickier in dirty air, as Russell is now back on terms with Max. We'll try and break away again in a moment.
Mode push.
Okay.
And just a reminder on the ice.
Ah, yes, the
Get the
Cadillac.
pace back up. Tsunoda seems to be struggling.
An issue for Yuki as we are chasing him down.
Feels so slow, don't it?
Oh, shame. Right, there we go. We're in the
Charge
DRS
button
now.
on. Charge button on.
You did spell it wrong. It's Coca, not Coco. Put an extra O in. Yeah, here's a nice hot cup of cocoa.
You were the fastest car on track last lap.
Max nets a new purple lap as we once again just stretch our legs away from George. Let's try and open that gap up a little bit more as well if we can before we calm him down. Bearman has not been able to stay with Russell, so it looks like Russell's got some real pace potential here. Bearman might be just slow because he's having to defend from Leclerc, or it might just be that McLaren is that quick. I mean, they did qualify, second and third, or did start second and third.
Charge on.
Okay.
We need to do the full management on this set.
Yeah.
And charge button on.
That sounds interesting. Foamy.
Good job on tires.
Okay.
All right, you can see Antonelli putting all sorts of pressure on Charles Leclerc in front of us. You can have a look at the insides. Side by side into turn 3. He'll have the DRS. Can he get the traction down though? We've got a yellow flag, and that is a safety car. Hadjar. Oh dear. Oh
Safety
dear.
car
It's just
deployed.
not going well for Isaac, is it?
Charge on, please.
Yeah, that's it. A lock up into the back of Liam Lawson. Oh no, Felipe Drogovic, not Lawson. All right, let's get some fuel saving done
No management
and some
required.
battery harvesting done.
Okay.
A crash in the main straight. On the left, crash on the main straight. Be careful there.
It's just a VSC, I think. Oh no, it's a full safety
And we
car.
need to look after
It's
these
a
tires.
full safety car.
Okay.
And we're going to see a whole load of people dive into the pits here.
Okay.
Bearman's in, Antonelli's in. Both of the Hondas coming in, nose to tail, so Tsunoda's going to have to stack.
And Sainz just pitted now.
It was a clean, reasonably quick stop for Leclerc, but a delay releasing him because the car's coming in. whole field's coming apart from us, haven't they? Gasly coming in. And these guys are all going to go onto a set of hards, I believe. Oh, that was quick. That was really quick. Didn't even get the chance to finish the sentence before it was done.
To a P8.
How quick was that? It's got to be a 1.8, surely.
Car behind Leclerc.
Yeah. So already we've got 2 perfect stops from Gasly and Sainz. Another almost perfect stop from Antonelli. That's a very quick stop there as well. And yeah, everybody now apart from us and Russell is on hard tyres. Lindblad, Colapinto, Mini staying on the hards they started with. Everyone else has switched to a set of hard tyres. So this is going to change the strategy situation dramatically for this Grand Prix. For everyone else, tyres. Maybe not so much for us.
I'm good.
But as always, we will take advantage of the safety car to pop in a commercial so that we don't put them in during the racing itself.
Energies are good.
Contact.
Fuel is ticking down nicely. But how long are we going to get behind this safety car? Could be a short one. Looks like we will go another lap. That's good. Just a little bit more time to get that fuel situation sorted out. Also stretches our tyres out a little bit more, gets them back up to where they should be. So my guess is that everyone who is boxed for a set of hards is now going to go until go until those tyres are gone and then switch to a set of mediums to try and go to the flag. That would be my guess. Or maybe even another set of hards if they've got 2 sets of hards. These guys here could be on a 1-stop, medium to hard, or hard to medium. George is probably on the 2-stop with us. So, yeah, it'd be interesting to see what everyone does strategy-wise. But I would imagine a good chunk of these guys who have gone onto hard tyres will have a second set of hard tyres waiting for them. So they will not have the greatest pace initially, but they will have very strong, consistent pace because their tyres will last a lot longer. Going another lap by the look of it. This is a much longer safety car than I was expecting. I know we had 2 cars out, but with everyone diving into the pits and the whole field forming up very quickly, I thought this would be the lap we would go racing again. Apparently not. So,
P1.
as we start lap 11, 10 laps are down. Max leads from George, then Norris is up into 3rd, then it's Lindblad, Colapinto and Mini. Top 6 have yet to stop. Then everyone else has stopped. We've got Bearman from Antonelli, then the 2 Hondas of Leclerc and Tsunoda. Sainz in P11, the final points position. Oscar's now in 12th place with Lawson 13th, Fornaroli 14th, Doohan 15th, Porsche 16th, Schumacher in 17th, 18th for Albon, 19th for Gasly, and 20th for Gabriel Bortoleto. 2 retirements, that is Felipe Drugovich and Isaac Hadjar. Hadjar, the offending party, taking out Drugovich with a lock-up into turn 3. And Hadjar will now have a 3-place penalty to be applied in the next Grand Prix at Canada. Are we going racing at the end of this lap? Down to just 4 kilos of fuel to find now. That's 3 and a bit laps. I think it's about 1.4 kilos for a lap around here. And there we go. Safety car is coming in.
Safety car is in this lap.
We're not going to go mental on the tyres.
Okay.
But we are going to push the
You
batteries.
can save less.
And we need to increase pushing status.
Leader is backing the field up. No more lift and coast.
Yeah.
And everyone is off and running. Here we go.
And we'll need lift off.
Cool.
Looks like we've got a fault for Sainz as well now. Bortoleto gets past Gasly.
Entire phase
Gasly back down to P20.
Fine from my side.
Fornaroli and Doohan switching places. Gasly got past Bortoleto and almost got past Albon. Norris having a look at Russell. Russell covering him off. Defending the inside there. And having another look into turn 6 and 7. Couldn't get it done. And this has allowed Max to scamper away. 2 seconds clear. Norris in prime position to use DRS now to try and get past George.
Enable.
And we have another yellow flag. Leclerc is off.
Avoid locking.
Comfort.
Big lockup for Charles
Let's
Leclerc.
see what
He'll get
happened
back
there.
going again.
And it was involving Leclerc this time. Nothing wrong so far. Well, you can see the lockup.
Oh, yeah,
It was just
huge,
unable to
huge
do
lockup.
much about it.
And that's put him 5 seconds off the back of Bortoleto. Norris has still not got through. We'll put him into top up now.
And charge button
And we'll
on.
do that with Max as well. There we go.
Charge on.
Yeah.
I do expect us to be able to pull away from Lindblad and stay away from Lindblad. He's going to push to try and get back on terms with us. So it's down to Russell now. If Russell's got the pace, it'll keep us away from Lindblad, or it should do. I say that. Lindblad is got DRS? Yes, he did. What lap are we boxing for mediums? The plan is to go to around about lap 22, 23, 24, somewhere in that kind of window. Might even see if I can stretch a bit, maybe go to lap 25. We're going to get an undercut on everyone who boxed. Russell's pushing, trying to break away. Oscar up into P11, that's the last of the points positions. With his fleeting chances of getting back into the title picture were already kind of precarious, hanging by a thread. They look all but done now.
And more energy available.
Confirm.
Might have just dropped in Blad. Not quite.
Yeah, confirm.
So we've got a chance to try and break away from him again. Russell is hunting down Verstappen. Lindblad is stubbornly sticking around in the braking zones here. Right, Russell has caught the back of Max. So let's give Max some more welly.
Push.
Okay.
Let's just pick the pace of our little breakaway group up a bit. Let Colapinto start putting pressure on Lindblad. Bearman has got past Mini, so first of the stops has now got through against one of the ones that didn't. And Lindblad is trying to come with us, look. I'm not dropping him. Lost the DRS. We've got a chance here now. Closing in nicely. We'll get a good position to try and get him into turn 4. As long as we get a clean, powerful exit. Which we didn't.
Entire phase
And that's
update.
pretty much it for our battery now. For both
I'm not
cars.
too sure, to be honest.
Charge button on.
Confirm.
Now it looks like we might finally have got that little gap that we needed to Lindblad. See if he starts to close it back up again. Antonelli trying to find a way past Mini. Couldn't get it done. As Lawson gets past Fornaroli. Fornaroli trying to fight back. I think that move's done and dusted now. Yeah, there we go. See Piastri putting some pressure on Sainz. Leclerc's got the gap down to about 3 seconds to the back of Bortoletto. And we are starting to keep that gap consistent now at about 2 to 2.5 seconds. Got a problem for Colapinto.
But there! Oh dear, that's not what they need right now.
That might give Lindblad a little bit of breathing room as Bearman finally gets alongside Mini. Can he complete the move? Mini's got the DRS. And that Ferrari has fresher tyres and a better car. And there we go. Move is done. Antonelli looking to recover back towards the front after missing out on his pole position with a 6-point penalty. Back to P7 now. Russell starting to close in on Max and put some pressure on him.
Tires are ready.
Confirm.
He has DRS.
Max shuts him down. Oh, George is persistent. He sees the gap is going to potentially open up at the end of the straight and hangs it there, right tucked up on the inside. Max is going to try and come back.
I don't know.
Has to bail out of it.
Long way to go in this race.
We'll use this opportunity now, I think, to try and refill the batteries of our drivers. Lindblad's caught back up again as a result of the fighting.
On. Charge button on.
Confirm.
P2 at the moment. Car ahead, he's Russell. Norris right behind.
Energies are good.
Okay, confirm.
Let's really start pushing the tyres now. Get
Let's
ready
get after these cars in front.
to make that pit stop. Field hasn't spread out as much as I was hoping it would do. So we are going to be very much adrift at the back, but we should have the pace to close up and get an undercut.
Norris with DRS.
And Russell is definitely pulling away from us, annoyingly. Yeah, I'm really pleased with how this livery turned out. I mean, JD's Doc's livery just worked so nicely to tie in both the bubbles, you know, the carbonated bubbles of a cola, with the sort of the circles of a target as well. It came together really nicely.
Charge button off.
Confirm.
does have DRS on you.
Right, let's box Max. And we'll do Norris the following lap.
Charge on.
Yeah.
Problems for Alex Albon.
Somebody's flies in the last corner.
Engine issues developing for that BMW powertrain. Piastri gets past Mini. He's up to P10.
Not easy to overtake.
Race is long.
Russell's checked out, look.
Yeah, I'm in.
Right, into the pits. Norris will be under some pressure, but he will have DRS at least on the main straight. Decent stop. 1.80. That could be a perfect 1799. Let's see. We'll come out actually pretty close to Leclerc. Closer than I thought. Lindblad has got through, annoyingly. Let's get the tyres warmed up.
He's 5.5 seconds in front.
That's not too bad, just 5 seconds. The gap to Leclerc. So now the question is, when is Russell going to stop? Not this lap. But we are.
Blended the lane.
Watch for traffic.
Not bad, but not quick enough here for points. We'll have to hope we can do better on the next stop.
In front we have Verstappen. Gap to Verstappen will be 1.5 seconds.
And again, let's get these tyres warmed up. Albon and Bortoletto fighting, and that's going to let Leclerc finally get back into DRS range. Start taking a look at lap time. So Russell's been doing 108s. Did a 108.7 last time round. Crosses the line. It's a 109.0. Lindblad a 108.4. Bearman, teammate to Lindblad, right behind him, a 107.5. New fastest lap in Grand Prix. We're not going to set a lap time for Norris this time round, but we should do for Max. On a 7.8. Antonelli gets past Colapinto, so up to P4 for Kimi. Let's have a look at the two HiTechs fighting each other. Sonoda's got an issue now, and quite a serious one.
Why so slow?
We do not have long enough in the day to answer that question, Yuki. Right, there we go. Max's tyres are up to temp.
Slow down now.
Yeah.
So still no stop for George, and I'm starting to wonder if he's going for a one-stop, mediums to hards. After pit stops and stuff, Piastri is now up to P6. Been cutting his way through.
You were the fastest car on track last lap.
107.4 for Max.
He's just done the fastest lap.
And a 107.4 for Norris. His tyres are now also in the window. And we are getting close to the back of Charles Leclerc now. More importantly, we're lapping quicker than George as well. So as long as he doesn't box in the next lap or two, we'll get that undercut without even having to push. Which is good because I want to save the battery to help us get through all of this traffic in front of us, which could be a little tricky. Staying out for another lap is George Russell. Let's see what his time is. 108.8, so about a second and a half slower than us. Max is on to the back of Leclerc. This is where we need to start the push.
Go mode push.
Okay.
Get up the inside. There you go. Right. Sainz's issue is escalating.
A lot of clipping.
Okay, charge on.
So we'll have to do that all over again with Norris, but this time, hopefully, it'll be easier.
DRS.
And you can use all the boost bar.
Yeah, confirm.
He had DRS, doesn't have it now.
Mode push.
There we go. Much easier this time because Leclerc not in the train anymore. So Max needs to get through. The overspeed, we're going to try and go around the outside. Oh, it's a late move from Bortoletto to try and shut us down.
And charge button on. Charge button on.
Yeah, confirm.
Again, we're forcing Bortoletto out of the slipstream, out of the DRS. And there we go, around the outside of him through turn 9. That was great. The move is done. We get the DRS. Mini's into the pits. Oh, let's see that one again.
Heading down the straight, the gap opens up for them.
Yeah, just around the outside. That's such a beautiful move.
And that's 16th place.
Norris
now.
is going to try and sneak his way through. Oh, Bortoletto chops in front of him. Up the inside of Alex Albon, and in the background you see Norris trying to get past Bortoletto. Bortoletto again moving across at the last second on the exit of the turn. This Fornaroli gets ahead of Schumacher.
You're so slow.
Lindblad's into the pits. We are now pretty much out of battery.
Charge on.
And this is definitely hurting us lap time wise now, being stuck in the pack. And Blab will come out behind us. New fastest lap for Verstappen, a 107.1. Norris now tries again to get past Bortoletto. I'm going to have to give him a hand here because Bortoletto is just not letting us through at all.
Yeah,
This is some of the most hardcore defending I've seen from the AI in a long time.
Yeah, confirm.
And charge button on.
Might have to turn the tyres up, which is something I didn't really want to have to do.
Charge on.
Let's just get a bit more battery back into Verstappen. And now Bortoletto's pushing onto Albon. And now we've got a chance to try and get through. Ah, goddamn. Big loss of momentum there.
It's difficult.
Continue like this.
Okay.
So we get past Albon. Couldn't quite make it past Bortoletto.
Okay.
And he's broken away a little bit. Right, Russell is into the pits. Have we done enough, or have we lost too much time in these last few laps? I'm not sure we've been able to do enough.
So deployed.
Yeah, confirm.
Ooh, it's going to be really tight. I think he's going to stay ahead of Norris. Max should get him on the drive up the hill.
I'm trying, but I just can't.
Right, let's concentrate.
He has gone to hard tyres. We're just mired in the traffic, and this is the downside to everyone having stopped and put on hard tyres. Norris has finally got through on Bortoletto. Couldn't quite get past Fornaroli there into turn 4. We're out of battery again.
No worries, mate.
And Bortoletto is not giving up.
And
He wants that place back.
Charge button on.
Yep.
Charge
Ooh,
on.
is that
Okay.
maybe a retirement now for Sainz?
Well, yeah, right. It certainly looks like they've developed a fault.
Maybe it'd just be a separate issue. Yeah, it's something separate. So he's got a lot going on in the back of that car at the moment. None of it good. As Norris gets up the inside of Fornaroli into turn 1. Gives Fornaroli a little squeeze off the track, and then Bortoletto almost gets T-boned. Fornaroli getting gobbled up by everybody. Russell's punched his way past Schumacher, but is stuck behind Tsunoda.
Charge on.
Okay.
What about tyres?
Yeah, tires are okay for now.
as Russell gets through on Tsunoda. New fastest lap now for Lawson, a 106.2 on soft tyres. So Lawson is stopping again.
Unbelievable.
Just do your best.
Let's do a little bit more fuel saving while we're in this queue. It's going to be very hard to get through past Schumacher without really going for it.
Go back to doing lifting
While he's
coast
tucked
now.
up behind Yuki Tsunoda. So while we're filling the battery, we'll do a little bit of fuel saving as well. And I'm wary of George just getting away from us.
He does have DRS on you.
New fastest lap for Lindblad. 105.6. As he was 1.3 seconds behind. He's closing in quick. He's stopping again as well. So he stopped. He was one of the ones that did not stop initially. Came off his hard tyres onto those softs. So he's got to stop again. Probably for another set of softs. Max gets around the ailing Yuki Tsunoda. Norris needs to do the same now.
That you can reduce the amount of lift and coast at
and pretty quick smart as well.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Yeah, I confirm. I just don't have enough pace.
Race is long. Charge button on. Charge button on.
Confirm.
There we go, up the inside. Fortunately, Lindblad easily got through as well. So George is up behind Gasly. Gasly stuck behind Doohan. George is going to get held up for a bit again. Max now onto the back of Schumacher. This should be a straightforward overtake for Max. As soon as he gets close enough to actually make the move.
Mode to push, please.
Okay.
DRS.
And again, Max up the inside with the DRS on the next straight as well. And he is free to go chasing back after Porsche and go.
Charge on.
Charge button on, please.
Colapinto into the pits. And another issue for Albon.
No power.
Yeah, that engine's very sick. Quick stop from Williams. Swanarolli's car getting even worse. Ah, man, everyone's car's starting to fall to bits today.
And more
And we have a
energy
yellow flag. Is
available.
that Tsunoda with a lock up at turn 1? It is.
Yeah,
Let's have a look
Got a
at
spin.
this one is involving Yuki Tsunoda. And the control's lost.
Oh, under
There's
pressure
not
from his
much they can
teammate.
do about
Kept
that
it out the
now.
barrier. Come on, Lando. Commit.
I just don't have the pace.
You do. You just don't have the balls.
So increase pushing status.
Colapinto again.
And as far as we can tell, they've got a fault with the car.
Both Williams really struggling. Norris still can't get through. Porsche boxes to
Next
free up
front is Schumacher.
Max once more. Come on, just get this move done, for crying out loud. Once again, we lean on the outside of the corner, pushing the other car off a little bit, and it allows Lindblad to go straight through uncontested. Not ideal. Max is onto the back of Doohan. Let's start pushing to try and get past Doohan.
Mode push.
Okay.
The tyre guys believe that we
Right,
can
Bearman into the pits from
increase
the lead.
pace in turn 12 a little bit.
What's he going for? Another set of hards? No, mediums.
Got to him 1.4.
So Max is past Doohan.
Continue, keep going.
Norris is about to get past Doohan. There's Norris and Doohan. At least we're ahead of Bearman. That would have been awful if we hadn't been able to get that move done.
Charge button on.
Norris is through and away. So we'll keep
Look
pushing
after
the tyres.
the front tires
Yeah, all good.
and try to increase
Max on
pushing
Gasly.
status.
Russell's now got past Sainz as well. He's 9 seconds away from Oscar, who's now leading the Grand Prix.
Charge on.
And Doohan's into the pits. No, Russell's 9 seconds
ahead
behind
is
Antonelli.
Gasly.
Not Doohan. Not Piastri, sorry.
Okay, let's get on it.
Okay,
Still
Max
everything
gets
to play
himself just alongside Gasly, and we should now get him on the exit.
for. You need to be mode push.
Battery, tyres, and DRS. And there we go. P5. It's time to get some pace out of our cars again.
Charge on.
Next up, Sainz, and that should be a pretty quick and easy overtake given Sainz's current engine issues. You see Bearman is already on the back of his teammate. That's good. That'll help hopefully put some pressure
Up to him,
on
0.9.
Lindblad, make it a little easier for us to try and get through.
And charge button on. Use the energy.
Again, up the inside. Now with tyres, battery, and DRS. We should complete this move. We should complete this move. In your own
Gasly
time,
in
Lando.
front. Continue like this.
Complete the move, please. There we go. Max on the back of Sainz.
You should be mode charge.
So we're about 6 seconds off the back of George at the moment. This is not ideal, given that he's probably going to the end now. If I talk to Wayne and the gang, well, Wayne's normally here. He just isn't tonight for whatever reason. Farah is on a little bit of a hiatus at the moment. I'm hoping he'll be back soon.
Push.
Can Norris get through nice and quickly here as well? No.
Charge button on.
Into the pits for Schumacher and Leclerc. Medium tyres for both.
So Sainz just did it now.
Right, Sainz gets out of Norris's way, but we've got Lindblad right behind us.
Charge button on, charge on.
Medium's going on there, and in comes Alex Albon. Bortoletto sets a new fastest lap on 105.4. A set of mediums going on for the Williams there. A lot of quick stops today. And the target for Max's P3 as Antonelli's in. This could be critical. Is he going mediums? No, he's going soft.
Charge on.
As Gasly finally hits the pits. He's also going soft tyres. So we're into that window now where we're going to start seeing more and more cars putting soft tyres on when they make their stops. Not that many left to stop again. Mini, Colapinto, Lindblad, our two cars, Russell and Piastri might be going. Well, I think Piastri has to stop again. Russell might not. He might try and go the distance. Let's see if Oscar stops this lap. His tyres are looking a little bit scuffed. He's staying out for a bit though. Wait, 5 last time round. George does a 107.3. See what Max does. 107.4 and the 107.3 for Norris.
Safety car ending, mode push.
There is no safety car. Don't lie to me, Mark Slade. Get my hopes up like that. As Bearman gets past Norris.
Right, let's concentrate. Charge button on.
Cool.
Oscar staying out again. Another 108.5. 107.4 again for George. 107.4 for Max. Yeah, targets were
On.
P3 for Max and I think P7 for Norris. Let's check that. Yeah, P3, P7. Antonelli moves on past Lindblad.
You are doing a good job on tyres. Keep it
The
like
Austrian
this.
pace is still holding up reasonably well. I'm wondering if he is going to try and go the distance, you know. As George has got an issue, that's good for us.
But it looks like they're carrying some kind of fault.
Well, it depends on what that fault is as to whether it's good for us or not. As Lindblad is in for his second and final stop. There's a set of mediums.
Race is long.
Really making a dent into George, and I'm a little concerned that we might not have enough pace on the softs to actually close him back down again. So it looks like George might be favourite for this. Oscar, with his really extended stint here, is now a strong contender for a podium as well. It's gone from being nowhere to potentially going to finish ahead of Max here. It's 8.5, 9 seconds clear of him. And he just put in a good lap, so he might be pushing to get ready to box himself. Gonna go one more lap.
We'll box.
Yeah, box.
You don't see Wayne in ages. Hey, he's here most nights. So he just tends to pop in, say hello, and then tends to go quiet for a bit. But he's usually around. Just hasn't been here tonight for whatever reason. Oscar stays out again. This is lap time. 1:07.3. Yeah, he's pushing. He's getting ready to stop. Antonelli's caught us.
Yes, box now. Box, speed confirm.
Into the pits for Liam Lawson. A set of medium tyres to take him to the ends. Antonelli gets through, annoyingly. And we still need to do a bit more fuel saving as well, because we haven't had another safety car.
And we need some lift off.
And Oscar's in, same lap as we're boxing.
And we
Said he was getting ready to box with that sudden push of pace. Yep. Soft tyres going on. Very good stop as well. 1.9 for Max, but we had a perfect stop first time round. Another 2-second stop for Norris. So it looks like only one car is going to be chipping in with the points today in the DHL competition. Where does Max come out? Oscar's in 4th.
For reference, you are P8.
Yeah, this race has really gone away from us, hasn't it?
.8 seconds behind you. 20 laps to go at the end of this one.
Laps to go.
I'm a little worried for Norris now. We have got into the DRS range of Doohan.
Do your best.
Got a few cars that we need to clear as quick as we can. Saving the battery until the tyres are fully up to temperature though, so we can go for a fastest lap in the process. So we can get that bonus point. Cost doing about half a second there with him having to defend against us.
Let's get after these cars in front.
Right, fastest lap attempt for Max.
So let's go mode push.
Portoletto boxes, that'll get him out of the way of Norris. Max gets through with the DRS as well. Can we get Porsche's DRS here as well? Yes, we can. Are we going to be able to actually get past Porsche into turn 4? Got a really good launch out of turn 3. Give us an opportunity. Quite close enough.
Tyre temps look good.
Okay.
So 105.0.
Car on track last lap.
There's more pace to be found than that.
No lift off needed. You are doing a good job.
Yeah, confirm.
And you can use all the boost bar.
Yeah, confirm.
Cool the car.
Lovely. Colapinto moves across to block Porsche, and we just go straight past the pair of them. That was beautiful.
Nice work. Yes, Jude.
Now we're watching Max Verstappen here. Can they squeeze by? And
Look at that,
really
just
helps
rocket
them
our
move
way
up the
through.
field.
Beautiful stuff. Right, Oscar's next. He's 7.8 seconds ahead of us.
We must do lift and coast every lap, or else we may not finish the race.
Yeah, we really must.
We need to do more lift and coast. Please increase by 10%. We need to do the full management on this set.
Yeah.
Charge on.
Norris sets the fastest
We
lap
have
of
the fastest
104.5. That's a bit more like it.
Confirm.
Past sights we go. Can we get a run on Gasly as well? No, he's a little bit bit too far back. All right, so let's cool the tyres down. Let's do some battery harvesting and some fuel saving. 4 more places to go to get Norris where he needs to be for the sponsors, but we are back into the points at least.
Okay. Charge button on.
I'm worried we're going to run out of fuel, you know.
And tire temperatures are good.
.6 kilos to save in just 15 laps. I think we might not make it. I might have royally screwed up here.
Okay, next car in front is Gasly. Gap to Gasly in front, 0.9. Continue like this. And charge button on, charge button on. You're
This
doing a good
race
job
has
on
just gone
tires.
away from us. Russell leads and is almost certainly going to the end on those hard tyres. Bearman, Antonelli and Piastri ahead of us are all going to the end, and we do not have the luxury of being able to push after them because we have to save a lot of fuel, and I don't think we're going to do it. I'm now very, very worried.
All right, let's concentrate.
We need a safety car. We need something. A VSC would help massively. The safety car would be even better because it would close the gaps up. Even a red flag. I'd love a red flag right now.
So deployed.
Yeah, confirm.
Gasly behind with DRS.
Yeah.
We are just not setting fuel anywhere near fast enough with Max. I am convinced now if we do not get a safety car that we're going to retire because we're going to run out of fuel.
Race is long. And tire phase update when you can.
They're not too
I
bad.
don't even think we're going to do it with Norris either, for that matter.
Pretty much max pace.
Charge button on.
God, I'm still at 2.1 kilos. Oh no! I need someone to retire and bring out a safety car. Oh, where's Stroll when you need him? Damn it. Right, Yuki's still out there. Fornaroli, Mini's been a bit of a terror this season. Antonelli could lock up and take out Bearman. We're just clutching at straws now because we are in real trouble.
At the end, P7.
That yellow flag was
Let's take a
Colapinto
closer look.
rejoining.
Now the focus is on Lando Norris here. There's the opening. And Lando says, well, thank you very much.
Oh, no. I can't believe it. And Oscar might win this. And suddenly the title that was looking completely dead and buried might suddenly come alive. If Oscar wins and both of my drivers do what is expected, and that's run out of fuel, then all of a sudden that's another 17 points closer for Oscar.
There's progress to be made. Mode push.
Okay.
We need to save tires in high speed.
Confirm.
No management required.
Okay.
And all these cars that are on the verge of causing a major issue on track, and not one of them's going to do it. Come on.
Race.
With a yellow flag.
And we need to try to avoid.
Come on, somebody hit Gasly on the way back on. Somebody hit Gasly.
Yeah, okay.
Hit him, hit him. Oh, damn it. I just need something, anything.
Charge on.
Oh, I can't believe I've messed this up so badly. I'm not even close. I'm still over a lap short on fuel. Just resigned to it now. There's nothing we can do. I can't watch. I can't watch my boys just slow down and stop on track. Oh, it's too painful. can do now is hope that George stays ahead of Oscar.
And tires are good to push.
This is horrible. Just waiting for the inevitable.
Six laps to go.
Yep.
ERS.
Confirm.
Mode push.
Okay.
Let's go high risk with Norris.
Confirm.
If he maybe takes out Lindblad and himself out and brings out a safety car, we could save Max. There's nobody anywhere near Verstappen. No back markers, no other cars.
There are 5 laps to go at the end of this one.
Okay.
5 laps to go. We've got to find a kilo in 5 laps to keep Norris alive. 1.2 kilos for Verstappen. That's not going to happen. How was I this stupid? I've never ever made this screw up before, ever. I've run out of fuel by like tiny little margins before, but never by a whopping amount
Tires
like
go
this.
away a little bit.
And with both cars as well.
Four laps to go.
Yeah, okay.
Charge on.
Okay.
Charge on.
You need to keep the cars behind you.
Maybe going into
Try to
always
stay in
defend
front.
means we'll save a bit more fuel. I doubt it. Might be just enough for Norris, but...
Gap to him 1.7. Continue like this.
This is horrible. Absolutely horrible.
Yeah.
Too much fuel out. So I've been more aggressive with the fuel saving early on. Would have been fine, but we had that early safety car and I just never bothered to keep the fuel saving going when I should have done. fellas.
Oh, no.
2 more laps.
Yeah.
Continue, keep going. And more energy available.
Yeah, come on.
Mode push.
For the yellow flag. It was a very, very brief one. Doesn't help.
Confirming you're starting the last time lap.
Max is going to splutter and die any moment.
High speed management is very good.
Here we go. This might work out for Norris.
Right, let's concentrate.
Safety car deployed.
Race is long.
Sorry, Max.
And coming in first, it's George Russell.
Well, the change in livery certainly worked for George.
Just amazing. I think that's a race that people will be talking about for years to come.
Yeah, but not for those reasons, unfortunately. Remember that time when Jim Bob didn't fuel his cars? Is Norris going to make it? Is Norris going to make it?
So at the moment you are P5.
No!
And last lap.
Oh, it's even worse. Oh, son of a bitch.
I can't keep up with the guys ahead.
God damn.
I don't really know what to say about that.
I'm fairly sure that Lando isn't going to be happy at the end of this one.
Having to retire early will no doubt be a bitter disappointment. But today is done and it's all about looking forward.
And up he goes, George Russell joining the podium lineup after a memorable Grand Prix.
That takes him up to 3 wins this season. They proved just so hard to beat.
Well, there were mountains to overcome here in Austria, but those 3 managed to climb to the top. Well, Karun, How do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
Pretty fucking
They'll be
shitty.
disappointed. Neither driver really shone here, it has to be said, and there's quite a bit of work to be done, but they'll be well aware of that.
And that's it for this weekend here in Austria.
For the next round, the teams are travelling to the Circuit Gilles Villeneuve for the Canadian Grand Prix in Montreal.
So, confirmation then of the final result. George takes the win. Oscar, who looked dead and buried early at the beginning of this race, finishes in second and just 2 seconds away from winning it as well. Antonelli takes third. Good recovery after losing 6 places thanks to penalties after qualifying on pole. So it's a bonus point for Antonelli. He'll be on 11 points this weekend. Bearman takes fourth. Porsche gained 13 places to take fifth. Lindblad in 6th, Sainz 7th, Leclerc 8th, 9th for Colapinto, 10th for Schumacher up from the back row. And then in 11th, just hanging on for the final point, Gabriele Mini. 12th was Lawson, 13th Bortoletto, 14th for Gasly, 15th for Albon, 16th for Doohan. We are classified 17th and 18th, but out as Tsunoda and co were a lap down. So Tsunoda 19th, 20th for Fornaroli, and 2 other retirements, Drugovich and Hadjar, as a result of Hadjar causing a collision at turn 3. Let's see what the driver's standings look like. Max, no points today, 266. That has allowed Oscar to close the gap to 70 points. Still pretty healthy, but annoying. Lando stays on 217, so the gap there is now just 21 points. George up to 129 points. He's pretty much out of the competition. May possibly, if results stay strong for him, be in with a shot at P3 at the end of the year. Leclerc in 5th has 113. Then it's Albon with 80, 73 for Antonelli as he moves above Gasly. Then it's Sainz with 61. Lindblad with 57. Porsche up 2 places. He's on 55 now, ahead of Tsunoda and Hadjar, both on 49 points apiece. Then Colapinto with 39. Bearman with 36. 16th place is Jack Doohan with 28. Then Lawson, 23. 19 points for Drugovich. Schumacher up 1 place into 19th with 18 points. Also on 18, but now dropping down to 20th is Gabriele Bortoletto. Then it's Mini with 17 points in 21st. And in 22nd, it is Fornaroli with 4. In the constructors' standings, no points for us today. Ford pick up 13 points because Gasly finished outside the top 11. But still, it is a very healthy margin. It is 217 points, the gap. So we're still looking very, very strong. Just a weekend to forget, unfortunately. McLaren picking up 17 points thanks to George. They're on 178 now. Honda on 162. Williams in 5th have 119, just 3 points ahead of Mercedes. They're on 116. Then it is HiTech with 93. Ferrari with 91, very close between those two teams. Big gap then to Audi, no points this weekend. They stay on 46 points. TGR also not scoring, they're on 42. Minardi pick up that extra points, they're now up to 21 points. And in the pit stop challenge, fastest stop goes to Ford, who also got 7th place as well. Mercedes taking 2nd, Williams 3rd and 8th. We take 4th place, Ferrari 5th, HiTech takes 6th, then it is Honda for 9th and Audi for 10th. And the slowest stop was a 1.85. We were not even close with Norris. There you can see 2.09 and a 2.06. A long way off. So, Mercedes stay top. They picked up 18 points this weekend. They're on 363. Williams moved back ahead of us by 4 points. They're on 269 to our 265. 265. And that means that Williams are now just 94 points behind behind Mercedes. So inside triple digits. Then it is Ford on 257. It's very close from second down to fourth, as you can see. Just 12 points separating the three teams. Ferrari up 2 places to fifth. They're on 142, with McLaren on 141 and TGR on 140. Honda have 76, as do HiTech and Audi. 3 teams tied on 76, and then it's Minardi at the bottom with 13. Neither driver finished, so no sponsors to pay us any money today. That's a shame, because we were in debt. I really could have done with that money. Ah, dear, oh dear. All right, Ian Gregg has gone up to a 97 overall. We're still $900,000 in debt. We've got a 3-week break now until we go to Canada, which is another reason why I was counting on that money. We will get some money from the sponsors soon, I think. Oh no, it's only been 3 weeks since we've had it, so we might get it before Canada. Yeah, 2 days before we go to Canada. I was hoping it'd be a little sooner than that. Never mind. Let's see what the inbox has got for us. Post-race data. We lost a front wing and a rear wing on Max's car due to just general wear and tear. Not ideal. A double DNF. Really bad. Let's check in with the board. They're going to be pissed. They're going to be really pissed. Let's see what they have to say. Yeah, disappointed. That makes perfect sense. But still happy overall with race performances. Still got high confidence, so they can look past today's shock result and see that we are still doing a really, really good job. We've got 12 days left on the research, but no money to start anything else. We've got more projects or more parts being made. We need those to carry on. Let's fix up Verstappen's car. There we go. No spare rear wings anymore. And we're not making them, and we don't have the money to make them either. So, just have to hope that we don't lose a rear wing in Canada. Right, let's advance time. We can get our end of month blocking done. Yes, I know we're in debt. Stop reminding me. There's our spare suspensions complete, and our spare underfloors to go along with the spare chassis. Right, affiliates. A loss of performance for Ryo Hirakawa. Main drivers, any changes? Oh, look at that. We actually gained a point in adaptability in Norris. I think that's the first point that we've seen him gain this season. Spares and spares. Our wind tunnel refurb is done. Oh, great. Now the design center's playing up. Oh, come on. Really? You're going to throw that one at me as well? Kick me while I'm down, why don't you? Jesus. So we can ignore the problem and it might get worse, or we can shut it down for 9 days. We'll shut it down for 9 days. We don't have the money to put anything else in there anyway at the moment. We've got 400k. I can at least now make a rear wing. Let's go ahead and do that. go. Right. What's everyone else up to? HiTech. I've got a new chassis in the works. They've just completed an underfloor that looks particularly good, apparently. McLaren, I think they're going great. Well, I suppose. I mean, they weren't doing great earlier, but George has definitely been ticking off the boxes this season. I do feel sorry for Hadjar, 13th in the standings at the moment, was potentially on for a good result today, but got squeezed early on and then got taken out by Antonelli after not too many laps, and that, you know, took away a really good chance for him to score some strong points. We could have had 2 McLarens on the podium today, but we're not going to see that, obviously. So let's get our training done. Right, starting with no fatigue. That's good. Let's go with speed training. Ready to go into maybe a little bit of split training. Just to finish the month off, or finish the run up to Canada off. Try and just give those skills a little top up. Perfect. Don't want to carry any fatigue into this, given that we've got a triple header coming up, and the first race and the third race are both sprints. So there we go. That's our run up into Canada. After Canada, we won't get any training in before we go to Hungary, and then after Hungary, I can get some training in. Go with that. Alright, there we go. That's our pit crew training done. What is next? What else can we get done? Alright, we've got our spare rear wing. How long until we get our money? About 10 days, I think. Alright, at least Lando and Javi have made up. That's good. We'll find out about the design centre in a moment as well. There we go. Various signs of structural damage, which would have cost us an absolute arm and a leg. It's still going to cost us money. It's still going to cost us nearly 650k. Ouch. Puts us back in debt again. It just never rains when it pours, doesn't it? There we go. Research projects are done. We're at 284,000 and change in debt, and that is where we're going to call it for tonight. So when we come back tomorrow, we go to Canada for a sprint weekend, and oh, look at that weather. Going to be torrential downpours on Friday and Saturday. That will affect sprint quali the sprint and quali for the Grand Prix itself, and then the race will be dry on the Sunday. But yeah, a lot of wet weather on race weekend for Canada. That should make things interesting. We're probably going to slip further down in the development as well. No doubt other teams will have brought some upgrades here to Canada. So might not have it all our own way going into that Grand Prix there. But we have got some money about to drop in a few days. We will get that when we come back. You can see our design center upgrade will be complete, or refurb, sorry, will be complete. And in 2 days we'll get our sponsor money through and be able to start having a look at maybe going for one final upgrade, but more likely just going into research and maybe facilities. So yeah, one to forget today. Can't believe I wasn't paying enough attention to the fuel, and both cars ran out. And that safety car coming out when Max retired, if I'd thought about it sooner, I could maybe have pushed Max to run him out of fuel faster, to bring out the safety car earlier, so that Norris might have made it. But I was just waiting and hoping and clinging on to the vain hope that somebody else would bring out a safety car and we could still just limp our cars home. And in the end, neither car finished. Although Norris did get within a few meters of the line, which is somehow even worse. You know, it's just teased me with, you'll make it. Nah, you won't make it. So, yeah, not my finest hour today. I'm hanging my head in shame. Ah, dear, oh dear. Everyone makes mistakes every now and again. You know, that's the biggest mistake I think I've ever made, to run out of fuel by that much. Yeah, hopefully we'll make amends for it tomorrow when we go to Montreal. So hopefully you'll join me for that. We'll be back at the usual time tomorrow of 8 p.m. for round 19 as we go to Canada for a sprint weekend. Just 6 rounds to go in this championship now. So not long left. Not long left indeed. Just over 2 weeks. So yeah. All right. If you have enjoyed this race despite the result, or you're just happy to see me suffer, some people are like that, you know, then give us a thumbs up, you know, and you know, if you're on mobile, throw some hype on. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're not yet subscribed. Click on the bell for notifications of live stream starts, etc., etc. And yeah, I'll be back with some more F1 Manager and hopefully some better results very soon.